Hello, hi everyone. Hello, hello. Hi Louis, hi Bear, hi Musk, hi Meadow, hi Gail. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's everyone been up to? I wasn't actually sure whether I actually kind of didn't feel like streaming tonight, but then I was like, oh, I said yesterday that I would stream tonight, so oh well, I guess I'm streaming. How's everyone been going? I hope you've been well. Yeah, what's everyone been up to? Um, I've been playing a little bit more of I've been doing some art I'm kind of excited about, but I've been playing more Silent Hill F extremely slowly. It might be the slowest playthrough of Silent Hill F of all time because I'm just walking everywhere and I'm looking at everything. But I'm enjoying myself, so that's what matters, right? Right, right. Yeah, that's what matters. Hi Millie, welcome. Yeah, oh, and we also have a very exciting Halloween stream tomorrow, which I am looking forward to. Um, except that I have to set something up beforehand, and that's always slightly stressful slash annoying. So I'm not looking forward to doing that. But aside from that minor quibble, everything else is ready to go. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Super scary game. Super scary game. We got hi Lexi, hi Louie, hi, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate. What do we have to do today in the game? Me, 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 me. I am very much enjoying Fatal Frame 3, but we're not very far through the game. Why did that show up? That's usually like the sign that something... Oh, maybe we didn't save talk. We might need to talk to Miku. Possibly. Let's see if that's what it is. No? No, not even remotely. Oops. Oopsie. Um, what is triggering the spooky, scary, staticky, um, static? But yeah, has anyone been up to anything interesting the past couple of days? Typed in handwritten letters, there are books left out on the desk. I hope that the piece of art that I am working on ends up being good. I hope it does. I never have much faith. I'm very sometimes it goes well and sometimes it doesn't. But maybe I'm due for something that I actually like. So who knows? Who knows? Oh, hello. Someone's feet was just hiding down there. Looks like it's from Kim. Miku must have brought it in and left it here. Dear you, have you listened to the 3 tapes I sent before? I'd like you to listen to them before you read the rest. Maybe you won't believe me, but I've had the manner of sleep dream. First I thought I was just thinking about the manor too much, but after listening to those tapes and to Mio, I'm displaying the same symptoms. In the dream, I'm in a snowy manor. I don't remember it well, but it resembles the house I got the camera obscura from. I get a bad sense from the manor, just like the testimonies. The only difference is I was pursuing Mio in the manor and Mio wasn't dead. If the urban legend of the manor of sleep is true and I can wake Mio from her dream, maybe I can save her. Even if it makes little sense, I feel I'm getting close to the truth. Interesting. Interesting. I'll be at the club tomorrow night trying to watch the stream so I can keep my watch streak. Yeah, it's I the watch streak's definitely like at a certain amount of pressure to keep them up, don't they? Um, don't want to let the watch streak drop, you know. I'm not sure why, because it's not like it matters, but it's not like it particularly matters. But I guess it's a fun thing to get up to. I'm scared because I don't have a job and not working, but somehow I'm always busy and stressed. So once I do get a job, I'm guaranteed to be permanently fried. Oh no, oh no, Moscow. I can relate to that. I can relate. I understand. I understand. It's really hard. It's really hard. Oh, I watched a few episodes of Digimon Adventure 2020, inching through multiple Digimon series because Time Strange got me nostalgic even though I'm not done with it yet. Made some progress in Children of Morta, might replay Look Outside for Halloween or something. What did you think of the Halloween, Digimon Adventure 2020? I thought it was paced weirdly. I love the movies. I loved all of the movies. Is it like Digimon Try or something? It's like the kids from the original Digimon Adventure, but they're all grown up. Um, I loved those series and loved all of the movies, but I thought the Digimon Adventure 2020 was really strangely paced. Actually, I might need to go and put the air conditioning on after this cutscene. After this cutscene. Okay. Um yeah, I'm just gonna be back in just a moment. Okay. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that. It's just it gets really hot in here. I never actually finished Digimon 2020, so I don't know if it got better or if it was just like the mood I was in or something. Who knows? The fights are cool, but 2020 feels like the speedrun and the evolutions. It's not much downtime for character events. Still want to watch it all of it, but I agree the pacing is strange. Yeah, yeah, that's what I found as well. Like it goes so quickly. They speed through that. They speed through it. It's really weird. It's really strange. Were those boxes there before? I guess so. I guess so. They're like thick envelope. Oh, okay. I got a tape on the manner of sleepover legend from a source at the hospital. A psychiatrist had recorded the medical condition of the patient. There is a lot of background noises that was originally recorded on a gramophone, but the content is great. It's not quite anthropology, but I think you'll be interested too. It's a lot to ask, but I'd like you to find out about legends or cases of missing people similar to this one. One more old tape. Where do we play the tapes again? I think they were in our bedroom, right? I think they were in our bedroom. Hi, hi, welcome. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Welcome, welcome. I do realize that like not having a schedule probably means that some people that maybe would try to show up can't show up, but I also think that having a schedule wouldn't really work because I think that like most people most streamers like play different games on different days, and I guess I could try doing that. But I tend to like finishing one game, going through like one game and then finishing it um until I'm done with it rather than um like I could play like I could stream like 3 or 4 times a week, right? If I did a schedule, and then I could be like on On Wednesday, I'm playing Look Outside. On Friday, I'm playing Fatal Frame 3. On Saturday, I'm playing uh, Demolition Girl hard mode. And on Sunday, again, I'm playing more Look Outside or something like that. But it would, in the same time that it would take me to play 4 games, I could just finish Fatal Frame 3. You know, I don't know. It's difficult to. I tend to like playing the same thing over and over again until I'm finished with it. Uh, I don't know. I appreciate Lexi's single game laser focus. Yeah, I think it's easier for me. Hi Ultimate, hi, welcome. But like then if I had a schedule, then it'd be just like Fatal Frame Wednesday, Fatal Frame Tuesday, Fatal Frame Saturday, Fatal Frame Sunday, or something else if I finish Fatal Frame. You know? I don't know. Also, like sometimes, like I generally like try to stream almost like every day. Usually, like when I'm not streaming, it's because they're just not in the mood for it or something. So like if I like plan and schedule ahead, then it means that like if I'm really tired or something on like a Thursday evening, and then like I was like, oh, I'm so sleepy, I need to sleep. I go to stream. Yeah, I don't know, but it would also be better for for the health of the stream to have a schedule. So I'm not sure what to do. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing at the moment, probably. I like one game at a time, to be honest, although it is common to do it the other way as well. Yeah, I think I personally like one game at a time. I guess like the logic is that people get sick of watching the same game all of the time. Like variety is good, but I tend to finish games in like 3 or 4 streams anyway. Sometimes like 1 or 2 streams. So we're still getting like almost weekly variety or something. It's not as though we're like stuck on the same thing for ages. Fail Frame 7 outside the 7-Eleven. That could be a fun Fatal Frame game. I said in a convenience store. It's been a bit. I'm once again able to indulge being a DJ through my day's schedule. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I mean, that's bad, but oh, good. Let's go.
雪が降ってる。歌が聞こえて、社にたくさんの人が入っていきます。葬式の列みたいなお香の匂いがして、みんな顔を隠してて、その中に母がいたんです。何度呼んでもどんどん行ってしまって。寸前で扉が閉まるんです。私だけ残されるような。それが毎日少しずつ奥へ入っていって、どんどん奥に行って戻れなくなる。でもその奥で母に会えると。
Interesting. Interesting.
はい。はい。夢です。家の夢。ああ。名前は芹沢の家です。同じ家です。静かで
Hmm.
どこかの子守歌のような子供がずっと人形を打ちつけて目が覚めた時いつも痛くてほら見えませんか私のここに
Did you hear
本当です
the sound
だんだん
that played in the right headphone? So there was the gramophone and the tape, right? But then there was another sound partway through the tape where it was just like someone was like talking in right headphone. I thought that was pretty cool. I heard some Digimon mention. I grabbed the new game Time Stranger and basically beat in a week. Been a long time since I've played a good Digimon RPG. Neither Survive nor Cyber Sleuth really did it for me. Let's go. I'm happy you liked it. I'm happy you liked it. Hi, welcome. I have 100 hours in the new Digimon game. Let's go. Let's go. I hope you're. I'm guessing you did enjoy it. I'm excited to play it. I'm still not far enough in Ghost of Yotei to say that I'm like locked into it yet. As in like I need to finish it because I've spent too much time playing it, but oh my gosh, kitty. I researched the abandoned house we covered. Here, why don't you take a look? Below is a summary of what a newspaper reporter told me about the coverage of the abandoned house. I didn't have time before, so please take this as a reference. They said that there were several villages around the manor until the 1900s, but today only the abandoned house remains. Even the landowner does not know when or why it was built. Now only the area surrounding the entrance is left, but originally it was a huge manor, deep and strangely shaped. It seems that on old maps the shrine is occasionally drawn in, but now there exists not so much as a trace of it. Not much is known about it. But on the outlying mountains it seems a myth-like story is told that is connected to the other world. The rumor of the ghost manor may be due to the myth, but since long ago the abandoned house has been called a ghost manor. Many people visit it just because of the rumor. The rumor is that you can meet the dead at the manor, and further, the dead you meet will summon you to the other world. The rumor's origins are said to be in seances that were held in a shrine there, but that's merely a rumor too. In any case, I think the story of the mountain connected to the world is the source of the rumor. There was a movie I watched once, and a horror movie. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't that good either. Was it just called like Ouija board movie? It might have just been called Ouija. Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't that good, but or was it the sequel? I can't remember. It was like it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I think it was the second one I think I saw. I think it was maybe, I don't know. Yeah, probably the second one, the Ouija Origin of Evil. I enjoyed it. Let's go. I mean, who doesn't else want like small cute creatures evolving into guns or sexy women with guns? It's truly the apex of gaming. I've been loving all of the art I've been seeing of Digimon Time Stranger lately. It's been quite amusing to see. Is Beelstarmon in Time Stranger? I think I've seen them, yeah. Luigi board movie. Pause to check, thank you. That was my first introduction to Beelstamon, actually. Surprised you didn't have like grey skin or something. Oh, was Beelstamon in an anime or is it a I haven't Digimon 15th anniversary fiction. Digimon Liberator? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Oh, the TCG. Okay, so she's hasn't been in an anime yet. Okay, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. I think it was a Halloween thing that they put her in the card game. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. Oops, we can talk about... It's funny that they're like, oh yeah, you've been working so hard, we've barely seen her do any work. I haven't seen her do anything. Location, abandoned house, is there anything new? Okay. So it's a place where people can meet the dead and the dead lure other people to the other world. Words have stayed in my mind. What if you was really there inside that manor calling to me? What will I do? Inside the courthouse, surrounded by a corridor, was a tree walled with a sacred road. Around it stood straw dolls skewered on stakes. Countless dolls in the snow. What could be the significance of this eerie scene? The house in Miko's dream is different from the one I've been seeing. The corridor is hung with rope, the blood altar, the woman torn apart. Miku has a memory of these things. Is the place somehow connected to Miku and her memories of her brother? Girl who works as my assistant, she too wanders the house in her dreams. She's always been cheerful and strong. What happened to her in the past? Is she still wounded by what happened, just like me? A friend of you's researching the Manor of Sleep. He and you were researching an urban legend about the Manor of Sleep. Is it the same manor I have been seeing in my dreams? He started looking into it because of his niece Mio, who fell prisoner to her dreams about the Manor of Sleep. But he got sucked in too, of course, in the course of his research, and now he's trying to find a way to escape from the dreams. ISSD, hi, welcome. Whoa! Icarus, thank you so much for the 14 months. What the heck? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How have you been? I was hoping you were going to stream tonight. I'm actually awake still. Let's go. Let's go. My first intro to Beelstamon was looking at the TCG at work and be like, whoa, what's going on in Digimon these days? I was actually like looking into the Digimon TCG. Apparently it's like supposed to be quite good. I've been kind of looking into a TCG to play, but I don't know, nothing is like sticking out to me. It's hard to get into a TCG. Like even like the most generous TCGs like require an amount of grinding that is really difficult to keep up with. And the thing is, I also know that I'll always get to a point probably where I'll want to spend money on even if they're digital cards, even if the store prices are like generous, there's still probably going to come a point where I'm going to be like, it's just the addiction of like opening. I don't know. I like the gamble. I like gambling on booster packs, but it's so expensive to do that. Finding out late enough that I can catch a stream rather than early. Let's go. Played the Digimon TCG at PAX last year. It was fun. Oh, we all love to gamble. We do. Gambler is fun. Gamble is fun. Is there anything we can gamble on at the moment? I can't think of anything. He was a friend of Keinu who disappeared while on the trail of a missing writer, Junsei Takamine. People say he was spirited away. I knew Miku had lost a relative, but I thought he had died. She never spoke about her brother. That photo is Miku. That photo is Miku still longing for the brother she lost. The girl who called Miku back when she tried to leave her dream. Your brother's here, she said in a sad, mournful voice. Miku was stunned by what she heard. The girl who appeared in my daydream at the deserted house I visited on that photography assignment. In the dream manner, they were in the room where the red dolls were nailed to the wall. Who or what could they be? If the manor I saw that day was the one I dreamt about, the one I heard about Miku from, does that mean they were carrying out some kind of ceremony there? Impaling people? Oh my gosh! Scholar of the cult who lived in the second half of the 19th century. There's a lot of notes here. His research, known as mystical science, attempts to use the new Western technology to explain old Japanese folklore beliefs and traditions about the other world. After completing his camera obscura, capable of capturing worlds of the images of the other world, he made a projector using the same technology. Using this, he was able to play back supernatural images recorded on film that could not be seen on conventional equipment. The old projector from the house stayed in my dream. It was developed by Kunihiko Aso, who lived in the second half of the okay. That's a lot of notes here. Oh, I have been kind of thinking about streaming Umineko, but that would have to be like a, we'd have to like have an Umineko day. I've also been thinking about like bringing back the fighting game like Thursday or Friday or something like that, because it was really fun, but going through the arcade modes of like full of like CPUs that just like cheat constantly while also having to stream it's kind of stressful. And then I played like part of Art of Fighting like off stream just to like practice it a little bit, and then I discovered that I kind of hated everything about it, mostly how ugly it was. But it was so ugly, everything was so ugly in that game. And then it was really difficult as well. And then that kind of like not wanting to play through all of Art of Fighting then put me off like the rest of my plan, which was to go through like a bunch of fighting games in kind of like chronological order. And I think I'm too stubborn to like not complete them, you know. But I was thinking that I do want to kind of started it again, possibly. Yeah. Cardboard crack gacha. It's the same reason I try to avoid playing gacha games, because the temptation to gamble with real money is too high. It's too much. It's too expensive, especially like games like Honkai and not I guess Honkai, ZZZ, and ZZZ is probably the only one I probably consider, because I like the DMC combat, but it's not like $30 or like $60 to like gamble on a new character. It's like 120 like to 150, which is, yeah, no, sorry, no, that's too much money to gamble on. Mr. Crow, hi, welcome. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted and a bit behind on chats. I wanted to get some of the new Gundam TCG, but it's been sold out since release. No! My favourite sort of gifts are the one that clearly were one group's inside joke that went into 10, and now those types of gifts are funny on an absurdist level. I've been getting better year by year. Improved my health, get sick again. Improved my health, get sick again. Guess what? I improved my health, got sick again. Oh no! I'm well, following that pattern at least. You'll be better soon. You'll be better soon. Other than that, I got halfway through Terranigma. Oh, I need to stream Terranigma. I'm actually interested in streaming the entire trilogy, but RPGs are difficult to stream. Soul Blazer is not that long, so I could probably stream that one if I wanted to. It's been a while since I've streamed a Super Nintendo game. Before getting sidetracked by Digimon, and most recently I've been back to fiddling with my Steam Deck, grabbed some fan translations and patched ROM hacks to load into RetroArch. Even got Toontown running on the deck. That's awesome. That's awesome. I have been like partially thinking about a Steam Deck, but it's probably not something that I really want at the moment, you know. Yeah, unfortunately. You have Lexi fighting game arc resurrection. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep going with it. I think it was fun as well. I think it was really fun. I think some of the fighting game autism that I had maybe like faded away after Art of Fighting. But maybe it just means that I need to be a little bit more picky and selective with the fighting games that I get into. I don't know. Maybe instead of going through it in like chronological order, I'll just like play whatever I feel like. Play whatever I feel like. That might be the way to go, but we'll see. I also find stuff like King of Fighters really difficult because you have to have like such a you have like a party of what, like 3 characters, and then you have to like learn all 3 of them, and that sounds annoying. That sounds annoying. I just want to keep using the same character over and over again. How have you been? I've been okay. At the moment. My next little project is setting up Daggerfall Unity on the deck. That would be fun. I think if I ever stream Daggerfall, it wouldn't be a full playthrough, but it would be fun to like mess around with. I kind of feel the same about Morrowind. If it would be kind of nice to have Morrowind as like an ongoing series, just like to mess around with. Like, I don't think I've finished any of the Elder Scrolls games, but I've spent a lot of time like messing around in all of them, and Morrowind is my favorite, so why not? Or I could like wait until next year and then stream Skyrim in the retro category, and then give everyone an existential crisis. I think that could be fun as well. Mortal Kombat Collection came out today. I spent weeks trying to convince an AI chatbot that there's a Mortal Kombat character called Combat Kid, and currently it's hallucinating it's the son of Liu Kang and Kitana for some reason. That's amazing. I feel that though, toss a 5 here and then suddenly you realize, oh shit, this free game cost me $500. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the problem. Like, I'm not someone who likes to grind, and logging into each day to like do dailies in a gacha game is like not something I enjoy. But then if you don't log in each day, then you can't get like the free currency, and then when a new character comes out that you want, then you can't buy them, so you have to use real money, which I'm happy to do, but then it costs like so much money. It costs so much money to get to the character that you want. It's like, oh pain. Soul Blazer isn't too bad, no real grinding to speak of. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind, like, it depends on the game, I guess. I always say that I don't like grinding, and I don't, but I guess I don't mind grinding if it's to get past like a particular boss. I don't like grinding excessively to get like up to level 99 or something, or to like get overpowered and like blitz past the boss. In basically every RPG, I'm either at the recommended level or slightly under it. I'm very, very rarely over leveled for anything. I think a game like Final Fantasy 16, where there are levels to that game, there are levels, and doing the side quests means that the main story is easier. And I still haven't finished Final Fantasy 16, and I probably won't for a while. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, because I was, but because difficulty is very important to me, particularly in like character action games. Like DMC3 is one of my favorite games of all time, and that game was hard. On normal mode, that game was really difficult. And I loved it. Like, it was so satisfying. Whereas DMC4, you either had like the Muso mode, which was I think on like a high difficulty, but some of the enemy spawns were like really annoying. But then on top of that, one of the bosses was glitched, and would like do an ability that you couldn't get away from randomly. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. If the bosses are actually like cheating, I'm not interested in that. But it's so hard to get like the hard difficulty is really important to me in a character action game. Like I want to be like dodging the attacks and hitting the parries and then learning the combat system and then feeling like I could get past things because I've gotten better and improved a system that is like complex and complicated. Whereas a lot of character action games, Final Fantasy 16, Devil May Cry 4 and 5, start at like a normal difficulty, and the normal difficulty is like pretty easy, like it's designed for everyone to get past. But there's no option. There's no option to make it harder. There's no the only way to like make it harder is to like limit yourself with like no healing items or stuff like that, but that doesn't make it that much harder because you don't take that much damage to begin with. Anyway, I feel like you always have some side project going on. You're trying to with an AI. Steam Deck's just, I don't know, I kind of wish I got a tablet instead. I think I still enjoy a Steam Deck more than a tablet, I think. Fighting game autism. The fighting game autism was real. It was literally what I was thinking about. I just used to like spend hours at a time going into practice modes, just like practicing the moves over and over and like trying out every single character. It was fun. It was fun. But I barely I've in terms of like, I think I have something absurd. Liza, thank you for the raid. Liza, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm a 23. I live in Rainy Lake. I play retro games and horror games. How was your stream? What are you streaming? What did you get up to? We're talking about the fighting game autism. I have 19 hours in Guilty Gear Strive. 19 hours in Guilty Gear Strive. All of that time is in the training mode, and in the practice mode, and in like some of the training missions, but mostly the practice mode. That's too long. 19 hours in the training mode, but I kind of got into my own brain and then got too anxious to like do anything on my own because it's like, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't know. I can't like do the moves with like 100% accuracy. Yeah, I was by the end I was getting like pretty accurate with everything, but yeah. I really welcome Skyrim in the retro category. Had spin. It would be so funny. It would be so funny. Like people lose their minds sometimes when you play like DMC 3 in the retro category. Imagine putting Skyrim in the retro category. People will literally like crumble into dust. It will be great. I gotta be honest, I'm a disguise sicko, so like sometimes I do get autistic levels of grind and I'm like, this is fine. I went through like a small phase of disguise autism recently where I got hyper fixated on the entire series. I don't know why it stopped in my brain. I think I moved on to something else. It's the combination of autism and ADHD makes sticking to one thing kind of difficult. Finally call you. Yippee! Hi Mullet, welcome. This is the screen you should post right before you go to bed to peers weirdos. Yeah. Nailing the combos, nothing wrong with that. It was fun. It was fun. Like I guess like the thing that's always put me off like playing fighting games with other people is that if I want to like do the move, but then I can't do the move that I want to do when I want to do it, then that's not very fun. But then I learned to like love the motion inputs. Like I don't like simplified controls, but I also don't like messing up the inputs either. So I just spent like an absurd amount of time just like practicing things. Obviously it's not even like for the sake of getting better at the game, because if you want to get better at something, if you want to get better at the fighting game, you have to play against like other people. Like it's not about getting better at the game. I just wanted to be able to use all of the moves when I wanted to use them, you know. Back to JRPGs, I'm the opposite. I will overlevel my characters in RPG to one-shot things. Oh, I hate being overleveled. I want everything to be like excruciatingly difficult. I want to feel like I'm like scraping my knees against like a concrete driveway as I like scramble towards the final boss. I was playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, very close to finish it. Let's go! I hope you've been enjoying it. What do you think of it? Skyrim would realistically go into retro nowadays. I think you could justify putting it in there, yes. I think you could. Skyrim is in retro. It was just released yesterday for my calculator. Yeah, I remember going to the store and buying Skyrim. Skyrim's it's pretty new, right? It's pretty new. Will GTA ever be considered retro if they keep re-releasing it? Well, a base GTA will be retro very soon. Yeah. GTA on PS3 is retro. Heck, I think even PS4 is officially legacy now. We got the spooky ghost lady because I'm taking too long. It's like, hey, can you just let me do the combo? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want people to let me do the combo. I want to. I like the challenge of it. I just want to be able to like if you want to do a fireball because you're a certain distance away from the opponent and then you just punch the air instead. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. They released the old Mortal Kombat games, apparently on the Switch too. I think it's like a real retail cartridge or something. Do you honestly? Yes, no, if only it worked like that in real life. Oh my gosh, I wish. I'm Membrade's welcome. I can't do fighting games. I hate the simplified controls, but at the same time I suck at normal controls. It's a real struggle. It's a real struggle. I will say that like I couldn't do any of the motion inputs. And now at least like going back 6 months ago, I got pretty good at it. And I think the muscle memory like sticks with you. Like once it's kind of like the learning to ride a bike or do anything, like you might be a little bit out of practice, but you're still going to like more or less remember how to do it. That's why I love Bravely Default and Octopath hard JRPGs. Yes, I love Bravely Default. I still need to finish Octopath. I love Bravely Default. Such good combat systems. Such great like class variety. Being able to like make crazy builds in those games was so fun. I love the game. It's super funny, like all Yakuza games. Yes, I need to finish it. I mentioned it the other day, but I'm like halfway through. It's just I keep getting I was enjoying myself and then I stopped for some reason and then it's hard to get back into things sometimes. But I don't want to start all over from the beginning because whoa! Ninja Surface Ninja, thanks Twitch. Matt, thank you so much for that 2 months. Thank you. Skyrim is the latest entry in the Elder Scrolls series. It's true. It's true. I haven't lost a battle in Trails in the Sky first chapter, but in the boss fight sometimes I have to use a couple of healing items. Like, damn, difficulty is rough. I remember Trails in the Sky, I don't think on the PSP version. I think there was like a little bit of difficulty really, really, really early on. And then I don't think anything was difficult until the final boss. There was nothing difficult in basically like the entire game or something. Also, I can't get into fighting games because I immediately run into my problem of I don't want to get better at something, I just want to be good at this. That is a problem. That is a problem, yes. I agree. That was a good screensaver. It was. I finished all the side stories. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Disappeared again. It is very, very strange. I got a little someone playing the director's cut of Yakuza 0 on Switch 2. Had to turn the volume up to make sure I wasn't crazy, but they actually went and did an entire English voice dub of it. Oh, when I played 0 on the PC a few years back, it was just Japanese voice with subtitles. I personally don't like the English voice acting in Yakuza, but it's good that it's there for the people that want it. Sky One kicks your ass in the early bits, yeah. I think early on it was difficult, And then it was like, I don't remember having any trouble right until the end. It is exciting though, the potential to get like a remake of Trails in the Sky second chapter, because we never got that physically. And I know it doesn't matter to most people, but it matters to me. It matters to me. It matters to me. I don't care if it's stupid. I don't care if it's stupid. It's going to take us a few more streams to finish this game. We're not finishing it tonight. we are not finishing it tonight. There's no way that is happening. No way. A hide added to file. Hide? I like how they said like hide added to file, and then they're like, oh yeah, go just figure it out. Just figure it out, Lisa. Wait, where is it? Data? Hiding moves. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. Probably should have taken a picture. I think this is the mansion from the second game. I haven't played the second one yet. Could Mia be on the other side of this door? I do really want to play the rest of the Metal Gear Solid games. Streaming them was so much fun. Streaming 1 and 2 was some of my favorite streams. I don't think we have the camera obscura yet. Purple Diary. How many days it's been? Months, years. Many outsiders being born here, but none of them are like him. He said my hair was beautiful, but no matter how much I arrange it, he'll probably never know how I feel. All I can do is comb my hair and wait for him. That way when he comes back with his camera, he'll take my picture again. Interesting. Near in the wall its stand is shattered into tiny pieces. Among the fragments, a hairpin engraved with holly reflects the light. A black clump of something is stuck to the wall behind the mirror stand. It looks like hair. Well, we can go up here. Though I didn't mention get to watch them live, I caught the VODs of those excellent middle-aged yeah, it's true. It's true. It's the entire it's just BL and occasionally a little bit of Yuri. The Emmerich family pissing themselves always a good time. Oh wait, is this a door? Thank you for the stretch. Clumps of hair stuck to the wall might be the most disturbing thing in this game so far. It might be, actually. I think you might be right. I was actually thinking about the Fatal Frame 2 remake, and I think I mean I don't think it needed a remake, but I'm kind of excited. I guess it's just nice to see something from Fatal Frame. Like no, well not no one. I say no one liked the fifth game, but it's my favorite game. So I liked it. But it definitely wasn't a crowd pleaser, you know? And maybe to a certain extent the gimmick of Fatal Frame is something that has like a limited lifespan because they're all games about cute girls exploring dilapidated mansions filled with spooky ghosts, created by some kind of an ancient ritual. they're, they've kind of done there's not that much variety with the stories that you can tell. So maybe going back to like the second game is an okay idea, but it's definitely also the one. Fatal Frame 2 is the most popular, and it's already been remade once, so it doesn't need another remake. But oh well, what can you do? I mean, complaining about the remake isn't going to make it go away. I guess I'd personally like to see more Fatal Frame 5-esque stuff, but what can you do? Did I accidentally press stretch twice? No, you didn't. Oh wait, you did. Yes, you did. But that's 3 stretches in a row. I'll just do an extra big one. And also think about the hydrate. The Lexi favorite is going to become a term to refer to the game in a popular franchise that has the lowest Metacritic score. What Mario game has the lowest Metacritic score? Because I like Mario Odyssey the most. Odyssey Metacritic 97%. I don't think it's that good. Wait, let's see, wait. Super Mario Galaxy. I haven't played Sunshine, so that might change things. Galaxy 97. Okay, they're basically all the same. Never mind. I thought the others might be at like 98 and 99 or something. Thank you for the stretch again. Thank you for the stretch. Maybe I need to like time limit the stretches and hydrates or something so that people don't accidentally redeem them too many times. Interesting. I feel like Odyssey has been reevaluated in the past few years and being knocked down a notch, but Sunshine absolutely would be a line for a Lexi favorite. I agree. I think Sunshine is weird, which I enjoy about it, but then Odyssey is also really weird. Yeah. Thank you, game. Turn around. Nice. Door is being unlocked. Because Sunshine is the Outlier, it's basically Super Mario 65. I don't think I like all of the games I'm in that are the lowest rated in a series, but I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, what would be my favorite Metal Gear Solid game? I don't know if I could pick yet. I would have used to have said 3. But between like 1 and 2, I don't know if I could choose between them because I like them for different reasons. What other series is there? Silent Hill, my favorites are 3 and 4. A lot of other series I haven't like played every single game in the series. Well, what about Castlevania? My favorite would be like Castlevania 3 and Castlevania Adventure 2? And then Aria of Sorrow? Oh, and Lords of Shadow 2. Lords of Shadow 2 does kind of fit the category of what we were wait, was there the other thing up here? I can't remember. We're gonna play Ghost Babe and say that one just because. I don't think I would. I don't think I'm like a contrarian in the sense of like wanting to go against like other people's perspectives. Yeah. Wait, how did she see me? How on earth did she see me? What? Wait, that didn't make any sense. She was upstairs. I literally just saw her. Whatever. Whatever, I don't even care. I all forgot about Revengeance. Oh, well, if Revengeance is included, then that's my favorite. That's my favorite. I mean, if we're including Revengeance, Portable Ops, have you played a Metal Gear Acid game yet? I own both of them for the PSP, but I haven't finished them, no. I think they're interesting, though. I wouldn't say that I'm a contrarian in the sense of like purposefully going against like the grain, but I tend to be willing to. I tend to be interested in things that are rated lower than or considered like the black sheep of a franchise. And willing to like give it a try and assess it on my own terms instead of like going with what everyone else says, I guess. Like if something looks interesting to me, I'll have a look into it. It's interesting that this mansion is like a combination of the mansions from the first 3 games. I like that you could shorten Portable Ops to poops. Maybe I guess I'll have to stream Portable Ops one day. That's actually one of the only, I think Portable Ops is actually the only like main line Metal Gear game that I haven't played. Because like I played Peace Walker because I wanted to play 5 at release or around release. I didn't end up playing it at release, but it was like 6 or 8 months afterwards or something. I got annoyed at how franchises are like suddenly changed to card games for a bit. Metal Gear Acid, Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memory, Phantasy Star Online, Episode 3. Yeah, it was funny. It's funny. I think that Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance is really quite fun, but I didn't like the PlayStation 2 remake. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game from the perspective of story and atmosphere and everything. The level design often sucks, but you know, whatever. That's not necessarily the most important thing to me. I really enjoyed the adventure and the journey through Kingdom Hearts 1. But the remake of Chain of Memories was like every single bad thing about Kingdom Hearts 1 level design combined with every single bad thing about Kingdom 1's combat with a clunky card game system tacked on top. I just didn't feel the Game Boy Advance game was kind of like snappy and like impactful. Let me show something. There was also that what's Phantom Blood? Phantom Blood Xbox. What was it? Phantom something. Phantom can't remember. Oh, Phantom Dust. That's right. The Phantom Dust was like a card game. I need to try that one day. I always wanted to try it, but you know why I wasn't able to? Because it didn't get localized. It was region locked to North America. I hated region locking. So much during like the period of the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 era, even like Super Nintendo. I always think about this, but like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6, a bunch of other RPGs, they never got localized into PAL regions. You couldn't play them. It's so annoying. Even like it was when did consoles like start? It would have to be PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch that it like fully went region unlocked. Because like the 3DS was region locked, the Wii was region locked, the Wii U was region locked, but there wasn't that many region locked games on that. There was quite a few on 3DS and on Wii, at least that I was concerned about. PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, all region locked mostly. I think 360 was like sometimes region locked and sometimes not. PlayStation 3 wasn't region locked, which was amazing, but it was also region locked if you had like a PlayStation 1 game, you couldn't play this. If you had like an NTSC, I'm pretty sure this was the case. If you had like an NTSC PlayStation 1 game and an Australian PlayStation 3, then you couldn't play it on your PlayStation 3. So that's why I bought a modded PlayStation 1 and a modded PlayStation 2 eventually. But then the one game that I wanted to play on my modded PlayStation 2, which was Tulip, didn't work properly. So angry. Kingdom Hearts 1 felt like Ocarina of Time with the jump button, so I liked it. True, actually. I loved GBH Chain of Memories. PlayStation 2 is still fun for me, but yeah, a bit clunky. I think the Game Boy Advance version is kind of underappreciated. It works well on that system. Whether they should have made a plot integral game on a Nintendo handheld when the franchise was exclusive previously to Sony, probably not the smartest idea, but they did it anyway, so what can you do? From what I've seen, I would probably have liked it, but I really did get pissed off at the mountain games changing to card games. I can understand that. Gotta bust out the swap magic. Oh, that was I hated. Like, let me find a picture of the swap magic if I can. Swap magic PS2, because I hated the idea of, where is, I need like a picture. I think that the swap magic like worked by you replace the lid of your PlayStation 2 with like a little of your PlayStation 2 Slim with like the swap magic thing, and it looked so ugly and I never wanted to do it. I never wanted to do it. And then you had to like take like the swap magic disc. Oh, here's a picture. Here's a picture. You could probably guess why I never wanted to do this. How look. Whoops. Yeah, that's the swap magic. I think how it worked, if I remember it correctly, because I looked into this. Region looking ruined my life and poisoned my dog. I was very angry at region locking, and I looked into this, but I couldn't handle having a stupid ugly looking PlayStation 2. So I refused to use the swap magic. Apparently now that there's like a memory card that you can just plug into your PlayStation 2, and that allows you to play like games off a USB thumbstick or something, which is kind of insane. But yeah, that's I guess they finally fixed PlayStation 2 era region locking after like a bajillion years. Rage! Tiny Fairies region locked. Aw, hi Red, hi, welcome. Most PlayStation 3 games are region locked, but I think Persona 4 Arena was region locked. Oh yeah, I think you're right about that, because I think like by default they were region free, but they had the option to make it region locked. Wasn't the Persona 4 Arena thing because like people in Japan were importing it from like America because it was cheaper, so they just decided to region lock the disc? At least with like Persona 4 Arena they didn't. It was available in like all regions, I'm pretty sure. I hate region locking now. Adding PAL to a used game search and seeing the price double is rough. It is. It is. I've been so traumatized by region locking for such a long time. I don't have the camera obscura. Wait, hang on. From memory, in the 16-bit era, it was really hard to find import games too. DJ Lucas, thank you for the follow. Thank you. There are a few specialty stores in the suburbs. We had one in Brisbane CBD with exorbitant prices even on non-imports, and sometimes you'd accidentally find an imported Game Boy game. Basically, yeah, I can imagine. I think that the way that you unregion lock I think that if you have an NTSC Super Nintendo, it doesn't play Japanese games by default, but there's like two little little plastic tabs, and you can break them off. And if you break off those tabs, then you can play Japanese games on a American Super Nintendo. But I don't think there was like an easy way to do that with PAL. I think you had to buy like one of those converters where you like took a PAL game and you put in like the front slot, and then you put the NTSC game that you wanted to play in the back slot, and then you plug that in, and then it only worked like sometimes. And I think you still ended up with like the 50 hertz stuff, which kind of sucks a lot. I ended up importing an NTSC Super Nintendo because I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play everything at like 50 hertz, but then the prices of NTSC and like the prices of importing got like crazy expensive, so I wasn't able to do it. So the fact Blu-rays are still region locked is insane. Discotech, the company that remasters old anime series, is region locked to America, so is the Criterion Collection. That's so annoying. I think I bought a region-free Blu-ray player. I think I had it for Christmas. I think we still have it. The only thing is that I don't really I don't really watch Blu-ray, so it's not like plugged in at the moment. But I think there are region unlocked Blu-ray players that you can get that will play stuff from other regions, because I think I wanted to. I was really into Adventure Time at one point. I really got into Adventure Time and like watched the entire series, and then I wanted to collect the series, but then the only place that had it was the only place that had the complete first season was America, and Australia didn't have like anything. So I imported the American version, and then I put it in my PlayStation 3, and it wouldn't play. So I had to go and I had to get like a Blu-ray region-free Blu-ray player, and then I was eventually able to watch my season 1 of Adventure Time disc, which was nice. I did a little bit of anime importing, but not too much because it's expensive and I'd rather spend money on video games. It's fine. I'm sure no one will get bent about it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure no one will get upset about it like years after. Do you know, we got in PAL regions, we got Xenosaga episode 2, and that was it. We didn't get Xenogears, we didn't get Xenosaga 1, episode 1, and we didn't get episode 3. We just got the second game, and they were like, oh yeah, but it's in like a special edition, and we've included like a movie version of the first game, so you can experience the complete Xenosaga in like the course of a 3-hour long cutscene movie. That's great, isn't it? No, it wasn't. It was not great. I'm still angry about it. Every single time I look at my copy of Xenosaga episode 2, I get angry. It definitely wasn't this much movie. Only reason I knew about COM was because of 40-second ad on Cartoon Network. Oh, Chain of Memories. Yeah. I used to do disc weapon on PS1. That was fun. Stick action replay in the console's button. You put a spring under the lid that threads into the button that pushes the lid down to detect it's closed. You have to tense it. It is kind of like clever. It is a clever way to like get around the region locking. Annoying though. Annoying. I tried to do the swap mode as a kid, and I ended up ripping the front logo off the PlayStation 2 disc tray. Oh no! Yeah, that's why I was always afraid of it. Like, I've always been afraid to mod my consoles because things being in like perfect condition is really important to me. I think the PlayStation 2 is only USB 1.1. It might go into the memory card slot. I was looking into it, and it was definitely very interesting. Maybe I'll finally be able to play Tulip on my PlayStation 2. That would be amazing. The converter butt plug. You convert the region by sticking card up its bum is what it is. It's true. It's just like real life. I got myself a region-free Blu-ray player. Annoying to have to buy one. Yeah, it is annoying. It's annoying that it's something you even have to think about. One of my Blu-ray sets plays on VLC with some setup, but I can't use the menus because it refused to realize I'm in the correct region. No! Still don't know what that was about. I need to get like a Blu-ray disc for my PC. I obviously always used to have one, but then it was like, I don't use the CD drive. But it's fun! It's fun! It's PC gaming isn't the same when you just like press a button and download it from Steam. It's not the same. I think this is a different area. Yeah. It's not the same. I remember years ago having trouble with the DVD, and my solution was just to rip the entire thing and play the files directly. Regional butt plugs, much like regional electric plugs. Is this a different place? It is. I mean, we've been here before, but you know. It certainly is an interesting experience having to run and hide from the ghosties. I saw a YouTube video show up in my algo a while ago about a guy who made NFC tags or something to have physical versions of his PC games and put mini versions of the box art on the card. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. I do like that. Don't look at me. Is she leaving? I'm not sure. Yeah, having like physical versions of PC games is difficult. I know that there were some companies that were like putting them on a USB drive. I think I was like opposed to that concept because they should be on a disc, you know. It didn't seem right like putting them on like a thumb drive, but I suppose that does work. I suppose that does work. I think it's really fun collecting old PC games. Like I bought a floppy disk drive to play Monkey Island 1. Which way am I going? This way or that way? Skyrim checking in plugged in USB-C. Super Monkey Ball Island. I tried playing the Monkey Ball Adventure game, the platformer. I don't quite remember the name of it, but it was not very good. It was really not good. Not good at all. Like not good enough even to stream. Just kind of painful. Not even like painful in a particular like funny way, like Billy Hatch was painful. Just not very good, which is kind of disappointing. Getting lots of film, but not very much camera obscura. The GameCube one. What's it called? Monkey Ball Adventure. Yeah, it's the PlayStation 2 Monkey Ball Adventure. Was it on GameCube as well? I'm pretty sure it might have been. Yep, it was on GameCube, PlayStation Portable, and PS2. What was it developed by Traveler's Tales? Not very good. Not very fun. A lot of like this was just early on when I experienced, because I was like I was thinking about streaming it, but it was like there was a lot of falling off edges and then having to like walk all the way up there, and it's very and then I was watching like a review of it, and like some of the later levels did not look very enjoyable at all. Not enjoyable at all. Can we go in here? I think this section would work better if they gave us a a third person camera. Because I think previously the ghost might have seen us because we were on the bottom floor, and then she saw us through the gap in the top floor, but as you're not aware of, you can't see you can't see that from the fixed camera perspectives. How do I get out of here? Do I have to go upstairs? This might be the case. Did I go through both of those doors? Let me just check them again. Common criticism I hear about the GameCube one is the level design is awful and doesn't get the spirit of the series. Oh, there's two. There's Monkey Ball 1, then there's Monkey Ball 2, and then there's Monkey Ball Adventure. And they're all on GameCube. I know Monkey Ball 1 and 2 are best on GameCube, because I had the Super Monkey Ball Deluxe on PlayStation 2, and that version was a little bit jank. But it was still fun. I never got to play the GameCube versions of Monkey Ball 1 and 2, even if I wanted to. I never had a GameCube. And then when I did get a Wii, when I could have bought it on the GameCube, I was like, well, I've kind of already played it on PlayStation 2, so you know. Oh no, I'm getting Monkey Ball cravings. Oh no. Oh no. Recently I heard about this thing from the Chimera OS developer called Kazeta. The gimmick is that it's a Linux distro where every game is played from bespoke physical media. I do like that. There's also that like what is it? The Duke Nukem 1, 2. The Evercade. I actually was thinking about buying an Evercade because they remastered Duke Nukem 1 and 2 and it's exclusive to the Evercade. So annoying. But I do think that's like rather cool. And Duke Nukem 1 and 2 actually do mean like quite a bit to me. I think very highly of both games, especially the second. The first one is like more nostalgic. The second one I actually really enjoyed playing. It's designed to work as much like a game console from the PlayStation 2 era as possible, even down to exiting the game by turning the PC off. That's cool. I like that. I think because like it seems like Xbox is going to die in some way. And Halo is no longer an Xbox exclusive, and exclusives seem to be outdated, except that it's going to be the case that they're not going to get, they won't get like certain people that buy like whatever the new Xbox console won't get like PlayStation games, but everyone that buys a PlayStation will get all of the Xbox games because nothing is exclusive anymore apparently. But it seemed like there were some rumors about the next Xbox being like a PC with like a Windows operating system and the ability to install Steam, which is very interesting from one perspective, but from the other perspective, doesn't that mean that like one of the major advantages of a console is lost, which is just putting the disc in or pressing the download button and then it working? Do you know how difficult it is to get some old PC games working? It's so annoying. It's such a pain in the butt. Like, unless there's a fan patch that you just like press the install button and then it works, trying to like tinker with PC games is so annoying. I don't really see the point in that. And then it's just like, why not just buy like a Steam box or a Steam Deck or any of the other ones? I don't know. It's strange. It was that time period where they make 50% good, 50% bad. Let's see what Traveler's Tales made, and I've played a few of them. Let's start with Sonic R. I actually haven't played Sonic R, but I think I like the concept of it. It made Rascal. I haven't played that one, but I'm not too fond of it. They made a Bugs Life. Apparently people really like that game. I played it on PlayStation 1. I thought it was so boring. Buzz Life, Toy Story 2, that's good. Muppet Race Mania is good. Buzz Lightyear Star Command is not good. Never played Toy Story Race, never played Wrath of Cortex, but I think that's not regarded well. I did play Crash to Insanity and mostly liked it. They made Lego Star Wars. Monkey, yeah, it is like basically 50% good, 50% bad. And then eventually they're just like Lego. Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones 2, Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4, Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 6, Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Superheroes, Lego The Hobbit, Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham, Lego Dimensions, Lego Marvel's Adventures, Lego Worlds, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Lego DC Supervillains, Lego Movie 2, the video game, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. That's too many. That's too many. That's too many Lego games. That's too many Lego games. That's too many. Too many. Yeah, adventure specific. Yeah, no, that one. From what I played of Adventure, it's kind of a bit stinky. Not really worth playing. Not even like fun. Not interesting. Like bad in a boring kind of way. Thank you for the hydrate. So you kept chasing the hardware arcade in the 2000s. I wish they had kept one with company so I'd know what the original version... What was the original version more? Yeah, I can relate. The whole point of Evercade has been a neat retro way to have collections of games that would normally get on other systems, not have exclusives. Yeah, that's what I would say was the point of it. I mean, I'm still interested in getting an Evercade, but it is mostly for the exclusive Duke Nukem 1 and 2, which is a pain. Does it have, not Command King, Crystal Caves? Because that got a remastered by Apogee. That would be fun to play on our TV. I really like Crystal Caves. A Bug's Life on PS1, that was my first video game. I loved it. I maybe I need to I don't know. It was very grey. It was very grey from what I remember playing it, but I didn't play it for that long. I think I got up to like the 3rd level and then stopped because I got bored. But I do think that like that era of... There were some good licensed games around that time, and Bug's Life is considered to be a good one, so maybe I need to have a little look at it one day. Commonly I hear Xboxes are popular for people who want to play modern PC games but are poor. Things like Microsoft Flight Simulator, for example, run great on one with far less hassle. True, yeah. I mean, I think like it's nice not having to tinker with settings. I mean, you have to tinker with them a little bit on modern consoles because they might have like a performance mode and they might have a run the game at 30 FPS mode, which is a little bit of tinkering, but it's mostly done for you. And I like tinkering with games, but it is nice sometimes to just play something and then not worry about, because something that kind of happens to me is like you're fiddling with settings and then you're like, oh, okay, if I disable this and turn it to ultra, then I lose like 3 frames per second, which seems worth it. But if I turn this one on, then I lose 10 frames. So that one needs to be on high. But what if I turn that one down to medium? Then it goes, oh, I get like an extra 13 frames. That means I can, it just gets so much sometimes. We're just yapping. We're just yapping and not playing Fatal Frame 3. We're just yapping. Lego games were the first games I owned. I really liked Lego Star Wars 3, Lego Star Wars 1, but then I gave it to a kid that, I guess I didn't babysit him, but it was kind of my friend. It was kind of my little friend. He was like 4 years old or something. I gave him Lego Star Wars when we moved away because we played it together a couple of times and I thought it would make him happy. I don't really miss it though, I must admit. I don't know if I'd ever replay. Lego Star Wars 1 was okay. It's like a good game. It's just not really exciting. I convinced my mum to buy me a second copy of it because Dumbass Kimi thought it was a sequel. That's so funny. That's really, really funny. Lego City Undercover is the best Lego game. I think I agree. I never finished it, but I did really enjoy what I played of it. It was funny. I saw Karin play Lego Island, and that was an experience. That was an experience. But it in some ways it did kind of remind me a little bit of Lego City Undercover. The lasting damage done to the industry from Game Pass and the Xbox Studio acquisitions filled me with a burning anger. Yeah. I think the way that like Game Pass devalues games is really like I wanted to buy Ninja Gaiden 4, and I still will buy a physical copy of it, but I had a subscription to Game Pass active at the time and it's available on Game Pass. So I cancelled my subscription and then I'll keep playing Ninja Gaiden 4 there until it runs out, and then I'll buy a copy for PlayStation 5. But I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. It's like, oh, well, you could buy the brand new game, but then you've already got like a subscription to this thing, so you may as well just download it instead. But it's like a very it makes video games extremely disposable. I don't know. I don't really like it. And then games disappear from Game Pass as well. That's the other thing. Like, you might have something available on Game Pass and you're like, oh, well, I don't really need to buy that on Steam because it's already available on Game Pass. But then one day it just disappears. One day it just vanishes. Say what you will about Traveler's Tales, but they made that many Lego games and I don't think they've done anything evil like gacha, microtransactions, loot boxes, cheating launches. I don't think they have. I think I've always kind of liked Traveler's Tales. I quite like Lego Muppet Race Mania. I think Lego Muppet Race Mania is pretty good. Yeah, I feel happy about saying that. I thought that Crash Twinsanity was also like pretty good, but I never finished it, so apparently the Xbox version of Crash Twinsanity, which I bought initially, is like somehow glitchier than the PlayStation 2 version, which was definitely feeling when I was playing it. So then I ditched my playthrough of the Xbox version to buy the PlayStation 2 copy, which is only like $10 or something. It wasn't expensive. And then I forgot to go back to it, so I never got around to it. There was some creativity though to Twinsanity. I think like if they were to remake like a Crash game, Twinsanity would be a good one because it kind of has a reputation for not being finished. Speaking of Lego games, I can't wait for the Lego Batman one coming up. That's basically a new Arkham game. That is quite funny. I did see that. It's nice of you to give him Lego Star Wars. I hope he liked it. I hope he liked it. Yeah. He'd be grown up now, which is weird to think about. I like Lego City on a cover, but I 100% it and will never touch it again in my life. Oh, heck no. I would never 100% a Lego game. Oh, heck no. I remember trying to like fill up the little like yellow bar in Lego Star Wars, and it annoyed me so much, like trying to do it once. I never did it again. I'd rather play through like the stages again and like look for secrets, but like trying to go to 100% was so annoying. There's so much stuff in Lego City Undercover. Oh my gosh, I would die. Shakes fist angrily at all those Transformers games on Steam that got taken off just cause. Oh my gosh, I know. Also, hi Liz, hi, welcome. Yeah, I was thinking about Lego, not Lego, Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. I think they're available on My Abandonware, if you want to play them again alongside like a bunch of other games that got removed from Steam. I do try to check My Abandonware sometimes, but I've already got like so many games that I want to play, that trying to add more to the list is not really necessary, especially because a lot of PC games are a pain in the butt to get to work. You just need 1 million Legos to buy the invincibility for 100% Lego Star Wars. Oh, My Abandonware, that's a good idea. It's a good website if you want to. Oh my gosh, she's got so many arms. It's okay, she doesn't know where we are. Maybe she does know where we are. You know what, let's go back downstairs. Wait, this might be actually easier. Yeah, this is way easier. Just go and then go back up. Wait, did we need to go up here? I don't think we did. I think this was all a mistake. It's all a mistake. There's nothing up here. I thought, oh yeah, it's probably going to like try and make me sneak around the ghost. That's what it's trying to get me to do. No, nope. Apparently not. Then where do I go? How do I get out of this room? That door's locked. That door's locked. This, maybe there's something here. Meow. Meow. I thought that was only non-Lego Muppet Race Mania. Did they go back and make a Lego one recently? Did I say Lego Muppet Race Mania? If I did, then no, they didn't. It was just a regular Muppet game. I was getting kind of tongue-tied. I'm not sure where he wants me to go. Not sure where it wants me to go. I mean, I don't think it was over here, because we tried going there and there. I don't know. Maybe we should just keep wandering around. Eventually we'll figure it out. We're never going to finish this game. This is our forever game. This is just, you know, every sometimes you just need like a game to yap to. Like maybe there's something up here. There was something like over here that I remember there being. Maybe it is upstairs. Maybe it is upstairs. Possibly. Possibly. Oh, I do think it's really funny that they're making Bubsy for 40. But it actually looks fun. And I'm really happy about that. Like, I think that like Bubsy has some potential and has been like the target of it's been like the internet meme for such a long time, you know? Like it's the meme game. It's like the one of the original like targets of like YouTubers like be like, "Ooh, this game sucks." Have you seen the Bubsy VTuber? No, I have not. That's terrifying. Hi, Crack. Welcome. They put a video of Bubsy playing through the demo of his own game. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That's really cool. I kind of like that. Is this a different area? I can't remember. I think it is. I think it is different. I think this might have been where we started. Not sure. Not sure. Oh yeah, this is where we started. This is where we started. Whoops. Bubsy's time has come. I welcome the rise of our Bubsy overlord. No, I think it's it would be I think I remember reading about like the story behind because like Bubsy 3D was one of the very first very first like 3D platformers, and it was being developed at like the same time as I think it was being developed at like a similar time to Mario 64, and then the one of the developers for Bubsy 3D like went and played Mario 64 and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, this is amazing. But they didn't have the benefit of like of Mario 64 like laying a lot of the groundwork rules for 3D platformers. Hi Zerk, welcome. I love the Bubsy emote. The only reference the developers had for Bubsy was Jumping Flash, which explains the camera being the way it is. Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I've played a bit of Bubsy. Like it's not awful. And I mean, I don't hate tank controls. I quite like them in the case of Croc. I'd rather play Croc with tank controls than with not. I don't know where to go. Okay, time to look up a guide. Time to look up a guide. Yeah, it's over for me. It's guide time. Oh, there's a poll on GameFAQs. What's your favorite horror video game franchise? Alan Wake, Amnesia, Dead Space, Fail Frame, Five Nights at Freddy's, Little Nightmares, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, The Dark Picture Anthology, and then The Evil Within. I'm going to represent The Evil Within because everyone's going to vote for Silent Hill and Resident Evil. There was only 24 people that voted for Evil Within out of 2,206 people. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Evil Within is in last place. Evil Within, I love you. Evil Within, I love you. The dev cycle started before Super Mario 64, so by the time they had seen Super Mario 64, it was too late. Is that what happened? Yeah. That's just really incredibly unlucky. Fatal Frame 3. Guides. Where are we up to? Chapter 5, I think. Walk through the bell hallway to the entrance. Wait, hang on. What is this? Walk through the bell hallway. Bell hallway. Bell hallway. Bard hallway? Projection room. Bell hallway. Oh, okay, somewhere around here. Unlock the door to the hall with Tatami. Oh, I think it's over here. Oh, yes. Okay. It was back where we were. Take a picture of the door in the east end that leads to the... Oh, wait. Grab the camera obscure in the dresser upstairs. Oh, okay. Okay, that explains a lot. Okay, sorry. Thank you for the posture check. Sorry. If we just do like one chapter a day, then it's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. The game I'm planning on playing is so scary that I'm going to be like wishing I was playing Fatal Frame 3. Fatal Frame 3 will be like a holiday on the beach in comparison. Like a beautiful holiday on the beach. Meow 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 meow. Chapter a day keeps the ghost away. Exactly. I don't find Fatal Frame 3 to be overly scary, but I do think it's stressful to get through, if that makes sense. I guess because there's like a lot of it's very labyrinthine and there's lots of things and the combat is like relatively difficult. I think I felt the same about Fatal Frame 1 as well. Like not very scary but rather stressful. Rather stressful. Am I stupid? Oh wait, is that the camera obscura? How was I supposed to know it was there? It's been nearly half a month since I entered this mansion. It's still snowing outside. Once the snow melts, I'll be parted with Kyoka, and most likely never be able to return. Men are not needed in the manor. If necessary, I could run away, but if possible, I would like to take Kyoka with me. That feeling is what keeps me here. Sometimes worshippers from nearby villages come here. All of them cover their faces and their heads into the shrine. Head into the shrine. Today's worshippers seem like women. She was holding a child-sized bundle and it looked like she was crying. I can hear that lullaby. I wonder if the ceremony is like some kind of funeral. I do like that this is a game about grief. Do we have any points we can upgrade with? Okay, all good. Wait, hang on. Range and max value are pretty useful. So is sensitivity, to be honest. Maybe we'll upgrade that one next. I'm pretty sure that when it comes to upgrading the camera obscura, all of the things are really useful. Pretty sure they're all pretty useful. Too far away? Too far away. That's back at the first area, I'm pretty sure. I was trying to think about this, but I feel like there's been some good games come out this year. Although I must admit I haven't played most of them. But they're not going anywhere. I'm really happy with all of the games I've beaten this year. What would be my favorite game? I think Hell Knight might be my favorite. It's really difficult to choose sometimes, you know. I'd have to think about what out of all the games that I streamed were my favorites. Wait, was it this way? Also, it's kind of crazy that this year is almost over. Like, we're getting pretty close to the end of the year. It's at the point where like Christmas decorations are appearing in the shops, so like it's not a joke anymore. It's not a joke anymore. Have to go to workies, I'll see you. Bye, love, bye. Have a lovely day. Stay hydrated, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Where did this year even go? I don't know. I don't know. It did seem to go by very quickly. I think I at least had like a little bit of this that was really bad, so there was maybe like 3 months where I don't really remember. Well, I do remember, but I guess you kind of like, if you have like if things get difficult sometimes, that period of time can seem like it goes by very slowly but also very quickly. Ria, hi, welcome. Good morning. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You echoes in the distance. Oh no. No. No, please. No, anything but that. How do I get back to this mansion? It's so difficult to navigate. I'm pretty sure that I was able to navigate Fatal Frame 1 relatively easily, so I'm not sure I'm struggling so much with this game. But oh well, what can you do? Alas. I think with Fatal Frame 1 I can actually like still remember more or less how to get from point A to point B. Which is a really nice thing. You can't always do that. I don't have much of an internal mental map. This time. Whoops. We might be in trouble. Oh, never mind. Haha, just kidding. Haha, just kidding. Just kidding. Yay! He doesn't seem to have the ability to, what's the type? Oh, hello. Oh no, the pretty ghost is giving me a hug. Oh no, it's awful. Oh no, I can't believe this happened. Oh no. Oops. I just wasted 2 of my most valuable ammo. Got her! I assume type 6. Oh, she looked like she was coming a bit closer. I'm getting distracted. It's the hair comp lady. Yes, it is. Why does she smile like that? No, I know, she's too pretty. Touch a woman, a ghost woman. It's deadly but precious at the same time. She is taking a while to go down though. Yay! Also, no! At least she can come back. It doesn't seem to like exercise them forever. The ghosts are able to like come back, which is a good thing because she's really pretty and this should come back. It's a girl. Why can't the cute ghost ladies come cuddle me? I know. Maybe there's one giving you a cuddle right now. You just don't know it. Can I remember how to navigate back to the area that I was trying to get to without resorting to looking at the map? Maybe. Never mind looking at the map. Yeah, I was right. Don't spook me like that. If I don't know it and can't prove it happened, it rarely ever happened. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut feeling. Oh, you're not a cute ghost girl. Go away. You're ugly. Oh. There's two of them? Seems like cheating. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ow. It's definitely interesting having to deal with two of them at the same time, especially when they walk into a wall. Please, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, that's unfortunate. I think I should not have slowed him just then. I slowed him and then it spelled my doom. Ow. Where are they? Yeah. Parry the ghost! Parry the ghost! Kay's combat is not as much fun as the other two's. Just kill! He feels a bit weak. Not enough points. No! Connie, welcome! Good morning! Oh, good night, sweet dreams. My points! My points! Still 6 AM, but wanted to say hi. Good morning, I hope you slept well. Did we get good stuff? It did! It did! It's... Upgrade! Upgrade! Yippee! Yippee, yippee, yippee! You know, a game I keep thinking about is Kuon. I really liked it. Because I've been playing Silent Hill F recently, I think despite like some flaws, I think that Kuon is one of my favorite survival horror games. I really enjoyed it a lot. Really, really a lot. It was really fun. Downstairs or upstairs? Dehydrated, thank you. Also, Dragonix, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Appreciate. Sealed by some strong power. I'm really excited for the Halloween stream tomorrow. Ladder. Oh, it's the. Remember this shelf. This is the shelf. Where they were like, oh yes, only a man can push this bookcase. Only a man. Eh? Offer up the tournament instruction written in the ink of the etching of the soul. Oh, butterfly key. Okay, sure. What's up here? Is this a shortcut? This is not a shortcut. Darn, missed. Missed. Is this the first area in the game where Type 90 film? What the heck? What the heck? Ghost just want to give hug. Oh, is this tattooed ghost? Oh, she's so pretty. No. Hands off, lady. Type 90 film, go! I do appreciate that they seem to have like some pretty recognizable cues. A little bit close for comfort there. A little bit close for comfort. Surely she won't go behind me. No, I think she's spiky. Ah. Where did she go? No. Only a big strong gamer male can push this bookshelf. Lights flickering as a ghost or a stray electric grid in the summer. Could be both. Return. Return to tile. Oh, I think it was a while since we last saved. Oh, it's fine. It's fine if we just do one chapter per stream. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine to just do a singular chapter per screen. This ghost is actually like relatively annoying to fight. Because she keeps on like disappearing and like going off to the side. It's a little bit tricky. No, where did I want us to go? I don't remember. Did we, key items, professional camera, camera obscura, where did I want us to go? Where do I want us to go? I think we might need to go and visit the cute ghost lady that lived upstairs. Is that it? I'm not coping that I just want to go and see her again. I think it might be up here. Possibly. Possibly. Pim, thank you for the look. Just wanted to up by and say hi before I start my day. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Pretty. Do it again. No. Eh? Where'd she go? Eh? Oh, there she is. Too pretty. No. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Hi. Hi. Yay! Yippee, yippee, yippee. How many points do we have? Not enough. Wait, did I get the thing that I needed to over here? I think I did. I think I did. It might be a shortish stream today, considering it's taken me 2.5 hours to do this one section. I don't think we're finishing it tonight. I don't think we're finishing it tonight. Somehow. This time I will go save the game though. If we get a good run against the two ugly ghosts, then wait, where's the oh, okay. Should we save the game? No. No. Never. If we die, then so be it. If we die, then so be it. Oh, where did you come from? At least with these guys, they kind of like... Oh. They kind of just like leg it at you. Wait. Oh, I'm out of heck poop. I was like, why isn't my camera working? why is it not working? I feel like I never got the chance to beat many horror games this month, but at least I watched horror anime and horror movies. That's good. I had a lot planned for in terms of like playing a bunch of horror games, and I feel like I barely got through them as well. Oh, this is bad. Would you guys just please die? Double kill! You know what, we'll take that. We'll take it. It could have been worse, technically. I wanted to beat Parasite Eve, but I got stuck on the ultimate being and gave up. Oh, it is very difficult. I do agree. It's a really tricky final battle. I beat Kadoka this month. I'm playing Resident Evil 1 PS1 right now. You know, I've never actually beaten Resident Evil 1 PlayStation 1 before. I just adore the atmosphere of the remake. The atmosphere is like so special to me. That I never felt the connection and drive to go back and beat the first game, but it is something that I want to do. I guess I'm more thinking about like past tense why I never went and beat the original. But from what I played of the original Resident Evil, actually like playing it is still really fun. It's really fun to— oh, I maybe shouldn't have saved over that one. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. Though how you meant to dodge that one attack, the one he locks you into, I can't remember, but I do remember it being very difficult. Good night, Real. Sweet dreams, and thank you for the stretch. Stay hydrated, thank you. Hope your joints feel nice, they do. I want to play the GameCube version too, but I figure playing the PlayStation trilogy first would be good while I want to— oh, well, I mean, I only played Resident Evil 2 PlayStation 1, but I'd say that they're definitely worth playing. Although I must admit, I did enjoy Resident Evil 2 Remake more than the original. I think there was like a certain kind of dynamism to it. It's fun. It's a fun game. I think the original is fun too. They're basically like different games. Like they say it's a remake, but it is basically a reimagining. It is basically a reimagining. Which I think is a good thing. I like it when— I don't know, I haven't played Silent Hill 2 Remake, but I think Silent Hill 2 Remake kind of does a similar thing where it's like the same but also very different, and I probably prefer that. I think. Like, I like that Resident Evil— something on the floor. Alright, well, medicine, let's go. I like that the games are so different from one another. I think that's really cool. I think it kind of sucks a little bit when you've got stuff like the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which is kind of like a one-for-one remake. Like they're trying to be faithful, but then you have, when you're like recommending Shadow of the Colossus to someone, you have like a choice between like a version that just has prettier graphics and one that is more authentic to the original vision of the team. Although there's nothing stopping you from like, I think I've beaten PlayStation 2 Shadow of the Colossus twice and then remake twice, so it's fun to have a different way to play it if you're looking to go back to it, because I've noticed different things about it each time. Like every single time I play Shadow of the Colossus, I think about different things. Capcom should just make gritty reimaginings in more games in general. That could be interesting, like reimagining, I don't know, the first Onimusha or something. What else could they? Dino Crisis? Dino Crisis could be interesting. I played the Resident Evil 2 remake and I love this police station section, but I hate the sewers. Oh yeah, that's pretty much, well, I mean, yeah. I don't really remember when I think back on Resident Evil 2, I don't remember the sewers much at all. I think they made like the sewers a bit more, there's like a bit more to the sewers. I definitely think that the police station part is like the strongest section of like the entire game of both games. But that kind of goes to a lot of Resident Evil games, to be honest. I think a lot of them are stronger in their first act. Once they get to the part where they're like, ooh, it's the labs. The funny thing with Resident Evil 2 remake is that the last time I played it, I streamed it. Which was actually technically the first time I'd ever beaten it, because I only ever beat like Leon's campaign the first time. So I beat both sides of the campaign when I streamed it. But when I think about Resident Evil 2 remake, I think about two things. I think about a random chatter coming in and asking me about like Russian Satanism. And then I think about another chatter coming in and then asking me how old my VTuber is and if it's okay to commission not safe for work art of me. That's like the main thing I think of. And I think it might have been Beth. It was like, what's wrong with Twitch chatters today? What was the people coming in were weird. Everyone, hi. You can't ask that. I know. Why did they think of this? It's only released as a rock opera, which is currently getting an Act 3. You got games on your photo camera? Hi everyone. Yeah, that's what I associate with oh, I missed. That's what I associate with Resident Evil 2 remake. The rest of the game I can't really remember. But that part I definitely, I even remember what I was doing. I was in like the lab section with like the plant monsters. And I think there was like a bit where I had to go up like past the stairs and sort of like into the car parky station area place again in order to do some backtracking to find something or something. I can't quite remember. what were people on that day? Is it better not that they asked? Is it not better that they asked rather than just done it? Well, that is true. That is true. But I feel like the asking of it makes it also quite bad. But I suppose it was polite of them to actually like ask first. But that was their very first chatter message, by the way. Or it might have been like their second. The weirdest first time chatter I got was someone writing a wall of text saying how they love my game choice and commentary, but how my overlay in VTuber was too distracting and I should remove them. No! Yeah, I don't think I've had someone come in like that, but I could imagine that happening. That's when you gotta tell them that technically only the VTuber enough to have not safe for work made of it is for Clippy. This is true. Someone commission Clippy not safe for work. Scab, please. Twitch chat was just like, your no. Yeah, it's weird. It's really not great to ask stuff like that. I wonder if I can run past this ghost. Because it's kind of a pain in the butt to fight. Door shut tight. Ugh. No, go away. Did she like poke my eyes with her claws? That's kind of scary. I feel like on some level I can respect asking if they accept or no. If they do it anyway, they're scum. I think I just banned them. I just instantly banned them. I let someone commission inflation out of force feeding out at me. That'd be pretty funny. Oh no, but that happened to I. That happened to I. And they didn't ask. It just like, apparently they commissioned it and then posted it on Twitter, and it was only because she was like looking back through her art take and was like, what is this? I've started learning to draw since a month ago, so I'll get you cool safe for work Lexi fan art one day. Thank you. I'll look forward to that. Eyes are generally the worst place to get claws into. Yeah, I'd say so. Hi Debbie, hi, how's Fatal Freedom? It's good, except I've only like done one chapter because I spent most of it talking, and then this fight is annoying. No, I just realized I ran out of film. I ran out of film. This lady does not stop. Okay, maybe she does stop eventually. Maybe she does stop eventually. My greatest fan art fear is someone going, I made you fan art, smile, and then it's generative AI. Oh no! Oh, yeah. I despise generative AI. I think my Twitter is like basically clear of it. If I find anyone like posting or reposting, or I block them like instantly. But yeah, ugly, stupid, thieving AI. I think being able to say to someone commissioned inflation out of my V2 model would be a good achievement in my life. I don't think I would say this. I please do not commission inflation out of me. I feel like it doesn't need to be said, but just in case. I guess it's a funny story. That's probably the best thing I could say about it. It would be a funny story to tell like years after it happened. She's so huggy, she is. Huggy wuggy. I've had that happen to me, everyone. Worse, it was videos and they AI'd my voice. Oh, ew. Ew. Someone posted a video of Mario 64 Scary Piano in my Discord, and I joked goals, and a friend drew me as Mario 64 Scary Piano. I love shitpost fan art. That's really funny. Too late, just commissioned Lexi inflation art. No. I think the one that I got was worse though, because it was like, I don't want to repeat what it was, but it was really bad. It was really, really bad. It wasn't just like, oh, you became like a balloon. It was like, it was worse. It was so much worse. So much worse. Turns out AI Gert has an American accent. No, Lexi inflation. I'm having trouble keeping eyes open, so I'm going to lurk and sleep now. Night everyone except inflation artists. Good night, Zesty. I had trouble processing what you said first because I was too caught up in the last part. Sleep well. I only have the teehee funny ones. There are some weird people on the internet. There definitely are. There definitely are. I don't talk much about it, but I have synesthesia and I could smell eyes. Inflation drawing. That is really interesting. That is extremely interesting. What did it... No, I don't... Never mind, I don't want to ask. Don't want to know. I'm back on the Fata Morgana grind. Let's go. It definitely is a very long game. What did I get? Was it a butterfly key? Yes. I would appreciate if people would stop being weird derogatory and start being weird complimentary instead. Yeah, there's weird negative and weird positive. I'm not sure how else to. It's like this mean negative and mean positive. Scary negative and scary positive. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that this is a run away from the ghost moment. Pool water and you can guess. Oh no. Also, I can taste and smell some voices. Lexi smells like grass in the morning. Aww, that's really nice. I think she found me. No, don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die. Where do I want to go? I mean, it would be nice if I could take a shortcut down this way. But if worse comes to worse, I could always take a shortcut. Okay, let's try. I just need to not get hit by anything. Or HP in a dream. I've never met anyone with synesthesia, but I hope it's not too disruptive for you with all the noise pollution around today. It's interesting to think about, yeah. Sealed by some strong power. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I keep checking the map because I'm trying to leg it to the save point. If I can make it to the save point. The one thing I've noticed is that there don't seem to be like many random ghosty encounters in this game so far, which is nice from the perspective of not dying. I appreciate that, because I'm pretty sure in Fatal Frame 1 you'd like start to get random ghosties popping up, although maybe that's like a later game type of thing. Some words, voices, or images do trigger some unpleasant smells or tastes. It's actually quite rare, so most of the time I'm just enjoying the condition. That's awesome! That's really, really interesting. Ghosty, hi! I've had synesthesia-like reaction exactly once. Wonder if it had anything to do with a migraine. How interesting. How interesting. My half zoned out this stream, or is the Brothers chapter just not as cool as the previous one? Yeah, there's certainly a lot of running and hiding. I would probably agree it's not as cool as the previous ones. I'm trying to remember how to get to the... I think it was this door. Alex, hi! Meant you! Same energy as straight people asking their gay friend if they think they're hot. I don't talk about it much because people get super skeptical. They get sad mad when their voices don't trigger any taste. Oh no! I don't think I could imagine getting mad about that. I tend to believe people if they tell me something. When studying like the supernatural at like an academic or scholarly level, the mistake I think a lot of people make is that the ultimate question is whether the supernatural event is actually like occurred or it didn't. Also there's a spooky ghost behind me. I'll kill her for experience. Or she'll kill me for experience. Either option. Oops. Whoopsie. Hi Alex, hi. What do you mean my voice doesn't taste like sweet cinnamon rolls? I had a bestie once who got upset because her voice tastes like French fries. It's not your fault though. French fries is kind of tasty. You get like hungry every single time you talk to her. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, about the supernatural. I think the mistake people make is that the most important thing is like, do ghosts exist? Are fairies real? They are real, by the way. Are angels, angelic and demonic encounters something that exists? Did this person from the 13th century Japan encounter a yokai? When the more interesting question is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Probably not. Like, from a logical perspective, probably not. You don't even ask the question because that's not what you're interested in. you're not interested in like proving or disproving whether these things happened or not. You're interested in like, what does it say about the person? What does it say about the time? What can you interpret from the story? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it happened. Like if people are having an experience that is real to them, then listening to that experience is real and valuable. If that makes sense. I wish my voice tasted like French fries. That would be pretty awesome, yeah. If French fries are good for you, that's good. I guess she was really salty. I've lived a much happier life and had much better relationships once I started trusting people when they told me about their experience, conditions, dysphoria. Exactly. You don't need to doubt everything that everyone says. The result of the Enlightenment was a lot of focus on proof. Like, if you can prove something existed, if you can prove something is real, then it's valuable. But if you can't prove that it's real, then it's not. I'm going to Schleiermacher, was it? Schleiermacher. David Hume. That's right. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting my people mixed up. Not mixed up. I'm just getting them straight in my head. David Hume was a, what was it? Oh, I forget the term. Hume. Empiricist. So empiricists rely on like evidence. If you can prove that something happened, then it's real. If there's no evidence, if there's no like empirical evidence for something, then that thing doesn't have any value. So like at the time when David Hume was writing, he was very critical of the idea of miracles. David Hume was basically like an atheist in all but name. He didn't call himself an atheist because he probably would have gotten himself in like major trouble, but he was good at aggravating like a bunch of people. He was also like a horrible racist, by the way. He said about I think it was a Jamaican academic that people from Africa were like less intelligent, and when another academic brought up this black African scholar from Jamaica, he said that it was the equivalent of a parrot mimicking words. So he was just like mimicking the words that he heard. He didn't actually like understand what he was saying. I don't really like David Hume at all based off that story. That basically ruined it for me. But anyway, there's a lot of reasons. I guess like empiricism sounds good from like a very like initial look at it, but there's a bunch of things where you can't like take empirical evidence. Like most things in history, you cannot improve empirically that they happened. A lot of things you're just kind of like taking primary sources at their word that they were actually like recording it accurately. You don't know for certain if a primary source is like telling the truth or not. You can like cross-reference and do things like that, but ultimately when you're looking at like history, you don't know if something is like empirically true or not. And Schleiermacher is a later scholar that also wrote about miracles from like a kind of like Enlightenment perspective. And his perspective is so difficult for me to explain. David Hume would be like, if a miracle is like holding a stick up in the air, and then when you take your hand away, the stick continues to hover. If you can't repeat that miracle, then there's no evidence that it can happen. Whereas Schleiermacher's perspective on miracles was that, I forget the wording that he used, but it was basically like miracles are a way of interpreting the divine. So if a baby falls out of a window and the tree branch catches the baby, then that could be interpreted as a miracle. Or alternatively, a flower blossoming in the morning sun could be considered a miracle, or a sort of like a coincidence. It's kind of like his perspective was more like I'm pretty sure Schleiermacher's perspective was, why am I going on about this? I guess it's in relation to the supernatural, but it was kind of like miracles in terms of like turning bread into water into wine might not have actually happened, but maybe the miracle was the way that experience like connected you with having like a kind of spiritual experience, if that makes sense. I guess he's talking about it from a Christian perspective at the time, but I feel like it also kind of like applies to that philosophy can kind of like be applied to the way that people will talk about like, oh, it was a miracle rescue, like this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing had to happen in order for the person to be saved, and the series of coincidences were so unlikely to have actually happened that you describe it as like a miracle. And it's kind of like an almost like supernatural or spiritual or divine experience for the person that experiences the rescue, because you realize how close you could have come to dying, for instance, but for some reason you managed to survive. That was kind of like Schleiermacher's perspective on miracles, which is in contrast to David Hume. Whereas like other people would, I don't know, I taught supernatural classes at my university, so I know a little bit about it, I guess. But it wasn't even my area of expertise. They were like, hey Lexi, do you want to teach a tutorial on the supernatural? On history of the supernatural? It's like, and they're like, great, we actually desperately need you. Can you come in like 2 weeks time and also learn all of this material? Oh, okay. That was how I became a tutor on history of the supernatural. That's the wildest. He was also racist story I heard was about the Wizard of Oz author. Oh no. I feel like I might have remembered this, but yeah. We don't need to prove the miracle. Throw more babies out the window. We need evidence. Yeah. Schleiermacher's was that miracles are like it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you get. It's not approval. It's not an event. It's a feeling. A miracle's a feeling. Schleiermacher was about feelings, I'm pretty sure. I think this is all fascinating. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I'm glad. I always found like the stuff with Schleiermacher kind of difficult. It's difficult teaching something when you sort of like struggle to wrap your head around it to a certain extent. And also it's been a while since I've done it, so I kind of don't remember that well. But yeah, it's kind of like feeling, and also like Schleiermacher's a theologian, but he's trying to combine enlightenment thinking with religion, because like enlightenment kind of like brought up a lot of good reasons to doubt like things that had been taught for a very long time. And that's sort of like started to cause like a bunch of like crises of faith amongst a bunch of different very intelligent people. So Schleiermacher was kind of like giving a different perspective on religion and the supernatural via like a kind of like rationalist perspective. I think Schleiermacher was a rationalist and David Hume was an empiricist. So rationalism was more based around like logic and reasoning, whereas empiricism is based around like evidence trumps everything. A series of coincidences is just a series of things people don't understand the forces behind. Coincidence is just something not yet explained. Hume needs his evidence. He does need his evidence. Imagine getting a supernatural lecture from a fairy. Oh yeah. Purist isn't a good way to research if you're taking into account the source's bias. Well, everything has its like advantages and disadvantages. Most people wouldn't like consider themselves an empiricist. Now you do like use empiricism for one thing and then rationalism for another thing. She has small leggy. I kneel high, but I kind of hate whenever I start talking about supernatural history stuff. I get anxious about getting things wrong, and then you get like flashbacks to like people being like, but if you call it if the ghost doesn't exist, then what's the point of learning about it? What's the point? Piercing of the soul. It's actually pretty cool, watching the... Oh, it would have been nice if, it would have been nice if you could walk in front of the projector. But it's effective just having it in the background and not, Also extremely funny that I was like, oh yeah, I think the ghosty might have been... around here somewhere. Don't learn about me! If you get something wrong, then you're just as bad as the rest of us. Well, I prefer people to like look things up. Anyway, I mean, I prefer to look things up rather than talk off the top of my head. Unless it's like something I've more or less... Where's this door? Is it that doorway? I don't remember how to get there. Back to the guide. Grab the key in the library and lock the door in the bar hallway. Ah, okay, so we do need to go up there. How do we get there? This way! Backwards! I'm a bit confused about trying to repeat a miracle. If there's a chance an all-powerful god like the one from Abrahamic religions exists, he doesn't like to be tempted. You fall from the top of a building and get saved, and then try again, you're done. The experiment would be rigged every time. Yeah, there's a lot of arguments going back and forth about the history of miracles. That would probably be C.S. Lewis's perspective. He wrote quite a bit. That was the other source that we studied. It was Hume, Schleiermacher, and Lewis, and they all had different arguments. Which door do I want to go through? This one. I would normally like to fight the ghost, but I'm running a little bit low on everything. So maybe I'll just run. But yeah, I'd have to get David Hume's stuff out pulled up on the screen to actually repeat. I prefer the David Hume as a racist line stuff because I think not enough people talk about it. Butterfly, look. Ippy. C.S. Lewis's book on Christianity jumped in popularity at work the past few months, and I have no idea why. Huh. Lewis's arguments are kind of like a... I'm not a theologian. I'd say that I'm like a scholar of a historian and a scholar of religious studies, which is very different, by the way. I'd say that Lewis's arguments resonate really strongly. I think Lewis is a bit smarter than modern evangelical Christianity, but I think that his arguments fit really well into that framework. So if they're becoming more popular, then there's probably a bunch of like pop-up evangelical churches that are becoming popular. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. Or alternatively, it's an assigned work from a university or something. Pressure. Repel hostile ghost. Oh. Well, that sounds useful. I can see the ghosty through there, but I can't access. Also like how this character jogs like he's about to poop himself. Oh, he does, doesn't he? He's like clenching his butt cheeks. As a non-religious person, would you say Lewis's books are worth a read? I say that Schleiermacher's works are worth a read, but his books are difficult. I say that C.S. Lewis is an apologist, so he's defending Christianity, but he does make it right in a very like accessible way. When we were doing it in tutorials, we were talking about like the different ways that Hume, Schleiermacher, and Lewis just like wrote from like a perspective of being pleasant to read. Lewis is very like easy to engage with. Schleiermacher is like a philosopher, and Hume is like the most arrogant, unlikable person. Everyone hated him. Like there were people that liked his arguments, but no one liked Hume. He like reeks of arrogance and ego. Maybe he's holding something in between his butt cheeks. How do I spell the other guy's name? Schleiermacher is interesting. Still by some strong power. I love the creepy singing. Oh wait, I think that might be Owain. I was in close things, Tiny Fairy. Oh, I finished it. Let's go. It only took us 3 hours to do a single chapter. Oh, it's still nighttime. It's still nighttime. What the heck? She woke up from a bad dream. I thought you were talking about Michael Schumacher at first for some reason. No, sadly, unfortunately not. It is very interesting. Like a lot of fairy stories will tell you a lot about like there's a lot of subtly feminist fairy stories where the women in the stories are able to like exert agency and authority and basically like have the one up over the men in the stories the entire time. It's the interesting thing is always like, what does it mean? Meaning is interesting. Not everything needs to be taken literally. Oh, I remember back in 1999, I bought an MP3 player that only had 24 megabytes on it. For some reason, it had a demo song, which was just some shitty techno song from that said Schumacher and had vroom 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 noises coming from somewhere. Is she still dreaming? Seem to be coming from inside the roof. Oh, that's scary. Girl, how is she so brave? How is she so pretty? What are you doing, lady? Whoa. Please don't jump scare, please don't jump scare. Well. Nope, 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 nope. She just wanted a hug. She did. I gotta head out. Have a nice rest of the stream. Bye, ghosty. Bye. Scary. 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 A dream? Yeah, it was just a dream. I hate those dreams where you wake up and then you're not sure whether it was real or something you imagined. Well, only one thing to do. Let's go back into the roof. Let me in. Let me in. Well, Fritazu, is this a miracle? Would you go to the mansion of sleep if it meant that you could go eh? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Something on the floor. Spirit Stone radio. Is this the radio I dreamed about? As mentioned previously, occultism, Kunihiko had actively appropriated Western craft with the goal of explicating ancient Japanese belief in and legends of the other world. It is said he was finally able to establish communication with the other world. The first example of this is the Otherworld Crystal Radio Signal Receiver, otherwise known as the Spirit Stone Radio. The Spirit Stone radios Spirit Stone was a name his colleagues used later in Dr. Asu's research materials. It is usually simply referred to as the crystal. The principle of the crystal radio is that it utilizes the special wave detection property of crystal to pick up the appropriate band of wavelength. Asu focused on that fact that stones have been known from ancient times to carry occult properties. If he could find a special crystal, he thought that perhaps he could capture signals from the other world. It is said his experiment was a success, and the records note that he was able to capture sound at a range outside that of normal broadcasting. The documentation of this sounds have been lost, but Aso's associates left behind several testimonials saying that they heard words of the past and words of ghosts. Oh my gosh. Senju, welcome. Where am I? You're in the spooky roof cavity of a mid 2000s Japanese home. That dream I had yesterday. He's ready for another nap. Maybe we can do one more chapter. If it's not as long as this one. It's actually even longer. It's so much longer. So much longer. Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have some connection to the photo of the passageway. Ah, buried mummies. It has been reported that in the process of rebuilding Kukaiji Temple, which commenced last month, many mummies have been found in the walls of the hallway. Oh, lovely! Oh, that's so nice. If you opened up the walls of your home and you found like a bunch of buried mummies in the wall cavities, would you be happy? Would you be like, oh my gosh, new friends? Reminds me of Silent Hill Heather. Yeah, it does a little bit. It's Fatal Frame 3, it's a really cool PlayStation 2 horror game. The series also features a lot of women in it, which is really nice. As long as they don't smell, it's fine. Also, thank you for the follow. In the walls of the area called the Shadow Hallway in Kukaiji Temple, there were stains in the shape of humans. But when that hallway was restored, someone noticed that there was something like the root of a tree coming out of the wall. Digging it out, it turned out to be a mummy. In the other stained areas, many more mummies were found, and quite a commotion was raised. The Kukai Temple insists they are enshrined saints, but certain observers argued that they may have been killed in sacrifice. Creepy. Many bones found in ruins. On the 8th, in the survey of an ancient castle ruins in the northern part of the prefecture, a large number of human bones were discovered in the ground. Stacked tombstones were excavated from the center of the castle, an area thought to be the courtyard. Bone after bone was discovered beneath them. All bones have been thought to be from the time the castle was built. The burial clothes seem to indicate they are from laborers who built the castle. It's believed they were buried after the castle's completion to protect the plan of the castle, or the location of treasure, or perhaps those who built the castle were killed as sacrifice. Ew, that just reminds me of Tenchu. It makes me want to play Tenchu again. I'm making money for museum. Oh my gosh, you're right. Wait, she said it was raining again. Is it raining? They found the bones, oh, let's go. In many regions, particularly in the mountain areas, there remains a folk practice of dressing up dolls that they make from straw, earth, or cloth, and worshipping them as idols. The doll in the picture was reported by Iwate residents. It was called Kushimi, and when someone dies in the village, they weave the hair of the deceased into the straw and have it wear his or her kimono. The doll is fixed onto skewers before put a shrine at the edge of the mountain. The doll is enshrined for up to 1 month after the death, and after that period passes, it is cast into the river behind the shrine together with various offerings. In this region's tradition, there is said to be a cave in the mountain connecting to the land of the gods. The dead who became Kushimi stand between the village and the mountain. They take up on the village's evil and head to the land of the gods. This would be actually like really interesting to see if this was they were basing this, because there's like a lot of interesting like folk traditions. It sort of reminds me of practices around mourning. So like in a funeral, like in a Western funeral, I don't know, in Australia for instance, you go to the funeral, you might dress in black, or they'd probably be like considered like appropriate to dress in black, right? You go to the funeral, everyone is sad but composed. Some people might get up the front and, oh man, thank you so much for the follow. Someone might get up and like do some speeches like reminiscing like fondly on the person's life, and then after the funeral you might go and there might be some kind of a luncheon or something, and this is just in the ones that I've been to, often about like supporting the family and trying to like maintain a positive feeling around that person. You're being a bad boy, bratty tension ninja. I love her. Hello human beings. Hi Ahmed. Hi, welcome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but in other cultures, you have a tradition of what you'd call like wailing. So at the funeral, there would be an outpouring of like sorrowful wails. I realize that wail and wail sounds really similar. Wail is in like crying mournfully, soulful sobbing. But in different places you would actually get what they would call like wailing women to go to the funeral in order to cry and like encourage other people to cry. And there's been studies that have like shown that this practice is actually like extremely beneficial to like death trauma. What was it? Fear around like death and the mourning process. It actually like helps people heal, and it helps people have like less death anxiety. It's quite interesting. The perfect description of what happens at Australian funerals is yeah, mournfully. Indigenous Australian culture had wailing women. I think they do. I think I was looking around like the Middle East, and maybe some islands. At least I've heard in local Indigenous stories, it was a job mainly done by women. We have that actually here. All Precise used to have it. Where are you? I'm from Egypt. Yeah, that was one of the areas that I was reading about. Nadava. I love the mental image piece you have playing these games. I'm really happy. I'm happy whenever people say stuff like that. Do the whalers get party pies afterwards? Probably not. I think from what I remember, it's been a while since I read about this, but like after like the period of like mourning, it actually like it sort of like makes people better, so that maybe there is like an opportunity for party pies afterwards. Exodus, hi! I've never actually seen in my lifetime, but heard stories from my grandmother. It's very interesting. I definitely know that. Well, when were the articles I was reading about? They're probably from the 90s or mid 2000s, so I don't know how common it is now, but it's definitely it's in regions around the Middle East. You get it in some parts of like Eastern Europe as well. I think indigenous Australians do it as well as some Torres Strait Islanders. It's a curious, really interesting ritual. Dream, hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It was more prevalent in the countryside. Yes, that would make sense to me. That would make sense. Time to attend a funeral with a harpoon to reduce the trauma. I don't. Every single time it was like, oh, I was talking about the whaling women, and then people like look at you like, whaling? You support whaling? No, no, the other type of whaling. The other type. Oh, Shiflex, hi, welcome. In the neighboring village, there is said to be a similar doll called Iguchi, but this one is the spirit of a person who died young as deified in the mountains. In one interpretation, both village and mountain have a protective deity, you're good, standing in the border between people and gods. In another sense, burdening the dead with evil or deifying the spirit of the young in a mountain connotes human sacrifice. Interesting. Amy, thank you for the watch streak. 7 stream watch streak. What the heck? I can't even believe I've streamed that many times. Hey, anyone want to check out the roof cavity with me? Whoa. Exciting. We love going in the roof cavity here. I really need to get into Fatal Frame. It's a good series. It's a good series. I've played 1 and I've played 5 and I've played half of 4. Wait, what? She was looking up. Why was she looking up? Yeah. And I'm obviously playing 3 now. I don't know why I stopped 4. It was more like a coincidence than anything else. Australia had it called Project Zero too. Yeah, it's Project Zero and PAL regions and then Fatal Frame. I don't know why I called it Fatal Frame. I guess it's just like the more iconic name for recognition's sake, but yeah, it's Project Zero here. I have my Project Zero Maiden of Blackwater Wii U Collector's Edition behind me. I personally really liked Maiden of Blackwater. It's probably, maybe it's also the fact that I loved the Wii U and I loved using the Wii U gamepad as a camera. Fatal Frame 5 is kind of the Resident Evil 4 of the Fatal Frame series. The combat is like more actiony. It's more actiony, but it's so atmospheric. And also, I don't know if I personally find the PlayStation 2 Fatal Frames that scary either. They're stressful. They're stressful, but so was Fatal Frame 5. Project Zero is the worst name. It doesn't tell you anything. I do kind of think so. It's kind of a like what the heck is a Project Zero? Fatal Frame is a fire title, not gonna lie. It is. It's great. I think it's probably one of the best survival horror names. What are they going to call your horror game instead? Like, ooh, Condemned, Fear. I do kind of get a little bit annoyed with horror games that like you add like a scary word into their title so that you know that it's a scary game. Fatal Frame gets away with it because it's a really clever like pun. They are allowed to call it Fatal Frame. I think Siren is actually another really good name for a horror series. Oh, I love Echo Knight isn't like proper survival horror. At least like the 2 PlayStation 1 games aren't, but I think Echo Knight is a really nice name. Steps House of Roof, this baby can hold so many ghosts. It's so true. Fatal Frame is a little corny, just the right amount of corn. It's like it's got like the Resident Evil kind of like cheesiness to it. But it's like it fits it so well. It fits it so well. The reason this tradition has disappeared is that it's actually religiously unfavorable to cry tragically and yell when a person dies. Only crying is acceptable. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. I wonder whether... Oh, I need to look into this more. It's such an interesting topic. We were talking about wailing as funeral practice. Wailing as in crying. My head can not wailing as in going out and killing whales. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your sister died. Don't worry. The wailing women will kill a whale for you. Maybe we could start a new tradition. Not sure what I think of Resident Evil versus Biohazard, though it's hard to deny Resident Evil is a good name. Resident Evil is a good name because it goes Resident Evil 0. It's fun to say. I just know Fatal Frame 5, they clearly took a direction towards more sex appeal. I think the sex appeal got mostly like censored out of the Western version. There was like a couple of scenes that were kind of important that maybe like connotated a lesbian or attraction between like some of the characters, and they cut that scene out. And then there was like all of the lingerie DLC, and then that they replaced that with like Samus and I don't know. I'd say that Fatal Frame 3 definitely has a bit of sex appeal as well, and fan service. Like there was a full-on shower scene, and like all of the half the game takes place in like lingerie, and yeah, I don't know, it's always been like a cute girl series. I think Fatal Frame 4 had some really pretty ghosts as well. They've all kind of had pretty ghosts. But I think the thing that would definitely put Fatal Frame 5 as having more sex appeal was the fact that the clothes get wet and you can see through them. But I kind of just thought that was kind of cool. I don't know. It didn't like strike me as being offensive. It was just kind of like cool technology to see. I'll allow it if the title is fantastic or it's cheesy and it suits the game. It's great. Agree. Resident Evil is a great name for the first game, but it doesn't really make sense for the rest of the series. Yeah, they might have accidentally like kind of shot their themselves in the foot there a little bit. My favorite game of this style is Parasite Eve. Oh, I love Parasite Eve. I need to stream the second game sometimes. I know that the second isn't as well regarded as the first, but I still need to beat it at some point. During this process, they frequently received advice from Team Ninja. The noise I made. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think there's like an Ayane crossover mini game that you can play, where Ayane is like doesn't have the camera obscura, but she has like a little dagger that allows her to kill ghosts, and she can like go around and stab them or something. She's like disempowered for some reason. The ghosts are out of her area of expertise. Resident Evil works for the first game and some others, but it doesn't work for the series as a whole. I'm head to bed. Thank you for the mostly tangent stream. I may stop by tomorrow if I'm sober enough to remember. Good night, bye, sweet dreams. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time out at the club tomorrow. Surprising on a Friday? Captain Ahab would be angry knowing that there were whales crying during his funeral. They should like host a funeral for him, but it's actually just like whaley women that are just like lady like mer women, except they're all mer whales. And they're all crying for him, or probably like spitting on him. Maybe he'll like that. What t-shirt competitions are culture, even if we don't want to admit it? I don't remember. The most like sex appeal that Fatal Frame 5 had was they have a really, really, really tall ghost lady. She's really pretty. You have to look up at her and take pictures of her. I think that was the most sex appeal that the game had. But maybe that's more of a me thing. I don't like fan service, and no, it's not because of religious reasons or anything. I just find it disgusting. It makes me feel that the designer assumes I'm a barbaric, hypersexual freak. I can understand that perspective. I can understand that perspective. Hello. She's having the time, isn't she? I'm not sure how much more. Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours and I've done one chapter. I feel like I'm too hot to want to stream more. I feel like I'm getting too hot to want to stream more Fatal Frame. Maybe we like save the game and then we like pop into the dream mansion and have a look around for a bit and then I go to bed or something because it's really hot. I think I turned the air conditioning on, but I think someone must have turned it off again. You want to sleep? Sure. Too hot to stream. It is too hot. It's way too hot. Yippee! Sacrificial pillar. Ooh. Okay, no, sorry. It's too hot. It's too hot. We have a very special holiday on November 1st because of the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum. It's going to be a big celebration. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to go. I want to go. It's a really cool building as well. Wow. We need to plunder the British museums and make them send everything back. That's so cool. Oh, weather. It's too hot. It's too hot. It rained as well, so it's nice and humid. Not nice. Yeah, it's not nice at all. It's so humid. It's so humid in here. I don't think it's even like that hot inside here, but I don't know. It's just like, Egyptians pay less for entry, so we'll be patriotic and go, oh my gosh, please tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it. I wonder if pillar being used in sacrificial terms is uniquely Japanese, or if it exists in other cultures. It's a strange phrase to Gaijin ears. Interesting question. Interesting question. How would I begin to research this? Wait, hang on. Hitobashira. Okay, I found a way to research this. I'll maybe get back to you if I can be bothered, maybe. Anyway, Egypt is the coolest if it could get during these months. Don't come to Egypt in the summer, it is hell. Yeah, I don't think I would travel anywhere. I'm kind of maybe thinking about going overseas early next year, and it will be during the winter time because I hate summer, and the less time I have to spend in like Australian heat, the better. I hate summer. I hate summer. I hate summer so much. Awful, 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 awful. We're Australian, but I think most of us would want to travel to cold, not the hot. Yeah, no, I feel like most Australians I remember watching like someone on a documentary that like moved to the UK, and they were like, yeah, we go to the Australia in like the summertime over there, and then when winter's coming, then we go back to the UK and experience summer over here. So it's just hot all year round. I want to do the opposite. I want to live in Australia during the winter months, and then move to somewhere Northern Europe in the winter and get to experience cold that makes you want to die. I think that sounds really cool. Um, mm. Did Fatal Frame 4 actually get localized during our shipping? It did get localized. It did. Quite recently, actually. And it got like the port, like both Fatal Frame 4 and 5 were games that were originally made to utilize the Wii and the Wii U hardware, and then the ports are just like stripping all of those features out of them. I would say that, like, for me, Fatal Frame 5 with the gamepad is really fun, but I like motion controls in general, and being able to like look at stuff through the I'm making lots of like gamepad emotions, but you can't see them. Haha. It was really fun, and I quite like using the Wiimote in Fatal Frame 4 as well. I thought it was really well implemented, and having to like full control over the flashlight was much more satisfying with the Wiimote than it was with a analog stick. Because the first time I tried to play Fatal Frame 4, I tried mapping the motion controls to an analog stick, which works surprisingly, but it's not as much fun at all. It works really well as a Wii U game, as a Wii game and a Wii U game, but I don't know what the ports are like. I guess they're good. I think that the port of 5 got uncensored, which is potentially good, but then you also miss out on the Zelda costume, which is not good. Also, the worst thing you can do, Lexi, is go overseas and winter 2 summers in 1 year is absolutely awful. I don't think I would I don't think I would do that. I think I'd rather like, if I miss out on the winter season, or maybe like early spring, I'd rather go and wait until it was cold again. I hate summer. Can reach 40 here in summer. I hate it from the bottom of my heart. It's awful. I don't experience 40-degree heat very often, but it's an experience that is profoundly interesting. It's really, really strange. That like level of heat is awful. Lexi melting like an ice cream in the heat. I'm melting. I'm not designed for summer temperatures. We got 39 the other day, but that's rare, thankfully. Yeah, 39 degrees in October. That's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. It felt like the 39-degree heat. It was like 39 degrees, but it was also like really, the wind was hot, which you don't always get. And if you haven't experienced like that kind of heat, it's like when you open up the oven and the hot air like blasts out, except it's like constant. It's so strange. Hi Disaster. Hi everyone, you're welcome. Sorry, we're kind of ending soon, but then I'm on like on a tangent. So, yeah. Does the Outback reach those temperatures? I believe so. Yes. Yeah, there's only like little towns there. Most of the population lives on the coast. True, yeah. The further you go inland, the more extreme temperatures get. Same with Egypt, I'm sure. So if you live near the sea, you get a vastly different experience to people who live inland. That's why I live in Alexandria. I love my city. Let's go. Such an old city. Nice. One thing Australians don't have is old cities. We basically have 200 years of white history. Yeah, we have 200 years of like cities, not including like indigenous. I specifically like mentioned like colonial history to not discount indigenous, but then like in Brisbane, for instance, we had like a lot of historic buildings, a lot of like really old historic buildings, and then city planners are like, what if we knocked down this like historic building and then built like a big 1970s shopping mall in its place. I was talking to one of my supervisors, and he was saying that the history of Brisbane, which is where I live, is basically like knocking down every single historical building to replace it with a modern building that is then outdated and then has to be knocked down and then rebuilt. It got 7,000 years of history. That's so cool. That's so cool. There's a lot of corruption in the 70s and 80s. That would be interesting to look into. But yeah, we might end it here. Because I'm hot. I'm sorry I only did one. I'm sorry I only did oh, Rena is streaming Fatal Frame, so let's raid Rena. Let's raid Rena. Yeah. My city was literally built by Alexander the Great. So cool. It's a lot of Brutal's architecture thanks to that era. Yay! The 70s, 80s corruption is a favorite topic of mine. It's a really tasty rabbit hole. I'll have to look into it. Of course, they did the same with an exquisite Chinese movie theater. It had some pretty nice architecture. No! It's so sad. It makes me so sad. Oh, over there. Yeah. No, it makes me so sad and upset when beautiful old buildings aren't like deemed to have like enough historical significance to keep up, and then they're like, we could why not like knock it down and build like a new modern theater. I smashed down so many memories. They do. And the thing is, it's like, I don't know if anyone has had this experience. Like my parents, my dad especially, was always like throw stuff out, throw everything out. Like every single time we would move, he would just like clear toys out. We'd have to get rid of like a half of our toys and half of our books, and everything would go. I mean, to a certain extent it makes sense, but like I know that there's stuff that I got rid of when I was a kid that I really wish I still had. You don't realize you'll miss something. Or another example, when I was a kid, I used to trade in occasional video games to EB Games because I had no money. I had no money, so like if you wanted new games, sometimes the only thing you could do was trade things in. And some examples I can think of is Looney Tunes Racing, Bomberman Tournament, Legacy of Goku 2, Spyro 3, Croc Legend of Gobos. I managed to like buy some of these back, but most of them went. And at the time I was like, well, I've played like them a bunch, so I don't really need them anymore. But I really wish I still had them. There's so many games I wish that I had kept that I got rid of. I've actually like I learned that it was a huge mistake, but yeah, what can you do? Sometimes as a kid you need the money. My dad is the opposite. If I throw some gouty fishes out of the willy bin, oh no, oh no. Soon the summertime sleeping begins. I am very sleepy. Although she was throwing things out at 5 AM on bin day to avoid him fishing out of the bin, gotta do it after the newspaper gets delivered so he doesn't go out and notice some nice trash. Oh no. I don't think I'm a hoarder. I wouldn't say that I'm a hoarder. I tend to like keep things, but then if enough time passes and I realize that I don't want it, I just throw it out. Also, I value space. I'm like halfway between minimalism and maximalism. Or rather, I kind of like the two ends of the extreme. Like I'm maximist, but also I like things to be neat and tidy. I like to have lots of space, so it kind of depends on my mood at the time. At least he doesn't do that with food too, right? Right? No, oh no, he does. He'll feed it to the birds. Oh no. Well, I mean, at least the birds are happy. At least the birds are happy. I have to be aggressive with throwing things out because I inherited those genes. The hoarding instinct. Hoarding instinct. Oh no. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming. If you'd like to join my Discord, then please do so. Also, you can follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky. And let's raid Arena. Thank Thanks for the stream. I'm so glad. I'm sorry we didn't get to play much of the game, but you know, what can you do? Sometimes you just need to yap a bit. Sometimes you just need to do a bit of yapping. But yeah, thank you everyone. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Halloween stream. A very scary game is planned. I hope you're ready for it. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye.